Hey guys, how are you? I hope that you're okay. I hope that you are doing something fun. I hope that you have finished reading 62, 62, 63, and 64, hopefully. I will give you time to copy the date. You're going to copy the date just like we did yesterday. I'm going to show you an example, but this is something that you should be working by yourself and alone. The date and the pages and the topic. So today is Wednesday, January 19th, 2021. We are going to read Ready Player One, page 62. Okay, so copy the date. I'll give you a couple seconds. You were supposed to finish 61. Sorry, yes, you were supposed to finish 61. Okay. So if you want to remember, 61 talk about how they became millionaires and how they spend their money, and then the company was a little chill. It wasn't as popular because new games came, so there wasn't a lot of business for gregarious system, and it was so bad that they had to put their own money into the company, and then they ended up going into bankruptcy. They were poor because the company wasn't as good as before. And then it says in there that in December 2012, they released the Oasis, the ontologically anthropocentric sensory immersive simulation, and that changed the world and that made them millionaire again because it would be like a game where everybody would be able to play inside. There were other systems like this before, as it says in 61, but nobody made it like them, okay? It was super excellent. Let's start with page 62. So let's go to where you wrote the date, okay? And we're gonna write from page 62. Remember, today is Wednesday. Wednesday the 19th, okay? Let's do it. Gregarious simulation systems elevated the MMO concept. Remember, MMO is multiplayer online game, just like you play in Free Fire, kind of the same, but you can get into the game with headsets. And I don't know if you can do that now, but it was possible in that game. The Oasis didn't limit its users to just one planet or even a dozen. The Oasis contain hundreds and eventually thousands of high-resolution 3D worlds for people to explore, and each one has beautifully rendered in meticulous graphical detail, right down to bugs and blades of grass, wind and weather patterns. Users could circumnavigate each of these planets and never see the same terrain twice. Even in its first primitive incarnation, the scope of the simulation was staggering. It was amazing. Halliday and Morrow refer to the Oasis as an open-source reality, a malleable online universe that anyone could access via the internet. Using their existing home computer or video game console, you could log in and instantly escape the drudgery of your day-to-day life. You could create an entirely new persona for yourself, with complete control over how you looked or sounded to others. In the Oasis, the fat could become thin, the ugly could become beautiful, the shy extroverted, or vice versa. You could change your name, your age, your race, your height, your weight, your voice, your hair color, and bone structure. You could be a completely different person. Or you could cease being human altogether and become an elf, ogre, alien, or any other creature from literature, movies, or mythology. In the Oasis, you could become whomever and whatever you wanted to be, without ever revealing your true identity, because your anonymity was guaranteed. Users, something Facebook doesn't do. Users could also alter the content of the viral world inside the Oasis, or create entirely new ones. A person's online presence was no longer limited to a website or a social networking profile. In the Oasis, you could create your own private planet build a virtual mansion on it, furnish it and decorate it however you like, and invite a few thousand friends over for a party, and those friends could be in a dozen different time zones spread all over the globe. The keys to the success of the Oasis were the two new pieces of interface hardware that GSS had created. GSS is Gregarious System Simulation, I guess. Both of which were required to access the simulation. The Oasis visor and haptic gloves that lets you feel the things. The wireless one-size-fits-all Oasis visor was slightly larger than a pair of sunglasses. It used harmless low-powered lasers to draw the stunningly real environment of the Oasis right into its wearer retinas, completely immersing their entire field of vision into the online world. The visor was light years ahead of the clunky virtual reality Google's available prior to that time, and it represented a paradigm shift in virtual reality technology, as did the lightweight Oasis haptic gloves, which allowed users directly control the hands of their avatar and to interact with their simulated environments as if they're actually inside it. Okay, so for page 62, what we can write in there is that the Oasis was a program created by the Gregarious System, and it was such an amazing program that people was amazed, and obviously it was way advanced or way ahead of their time. Gregarious Systems created the Oasis, and it was a place that with enough money you could have your own planet or go to different places, being one in China and another in space. The Oasis allowed you to be wherever you want, whenever you wanted, and be whoever you wanted. A unicorn, a rock, a horse, John Travolta, I don't know a lot of popular stuff that you like. A YouTuber, you could be flying through TikTok, and you could just be inside the programs with a goggles, a visor that allowed you to see things, and gloves that allowed you to move around. So it was very important for people that they were be able to be inside of it, and they had the opportunity, everybody, not just the people with money, but everybody to be able to be inside the Oasis. Now, obviously to go to another planet you need money. So page 62 is an explanation of what the Oasis is and what you can do in it. Let's go to page 63. From page 63 and then 64, you're gonna read it alone. The ongoing energy crisis contributed greatly to the Oasis' runaway popularity. Wait. Oh. No. Made a mistake. Wait. Okay, so we were reading... Oh, 61. What were we reading? 61? Yeah, we were reading 62. Now we're gonna read 63, sorry. 63? Yeah, 63, sorry. Okay. Hands of the avatar and to interact with their simulated environment as if they were actually inside it. When you picked up objects, opened doors, or operated vehicles, the haptic gloves made you feel these non-existent objects and surfaces as they were really right there in front of you. The gloves let you, as the television had put, reach in and touch the Oasis. Working together, the visor and the gloves may enter in the Oasis an experience unlike anything else available. And once people got a taste of it, there was no going back. The software that powered the simulation, Halliday's new Oasis reality engine, also represented a huge technological breakthrough. It managed to overcome limitations that had plagued previous simulated realities, in addition to restricting the overall size of the virtual environments. Earlier MMOs had been forced to limit their visual populations. So there were other games like this, but they were not as popular because they had a lot of limitations. Earlier MMOs had been forced to limit their virtual populations, usually to a few thousand users per server. Try to imagine millions of people in a server, in a computer, working on it. If too many people were logged in at the same time, the simulation would slow to a crawl and avatars would freeze in mid-stride as the system struggled to keep up But the Oasis utilized a new kind of fault-tolerant server array that could draw additional processing power from every computer connected to it. At the time of its initial launch, the Oasis could handle up to 5 million simultaneous users, wow, that's a lot of people, with no discernible latency and no chance of a system crash. A massive marketing campaign promoted the launch of the Oasis. The pervasive television, billboard, and internet ads featured a lush green oasis complete with palm trees and a pool of crystal blue water, surrounded on all sides by a vast, barren desert. GSS New Endeavor was a massive success from day one. The Oasis was what people had been dreaming of for decades. The virtual reality they had been promised for so long was finally here, and it was even better than they'd imagined. The Oasis was an online utopia, a holodeck for the home, and its biggest selling point? It was free. Most online games of the day generated revenue by charging users a monthly subscription fee for access. GSS only charged a one-time sign-up fee of 25 cents, nothing, for which you receive a lifetime Oasis account. The ads all use the same tagline. The Oasis, it's the greatest video game ever created and only costs a quarter. At a time of drastic social and cultural upheaval, when most of the world's population longed for an escape from reality, the Oasis provided it in a form that was cheap, legal, safe, and not medically proven to be addictive. Okay, so from page 63, what we are going to write is that we are going to write more features of the Oasis. One of the biggest features of the Oasis is that you could go anywhere inside that world, make your own world, be who you wanted to be, and it was free. You only had to pay 25 cents to live in a reality that everybody wanted to live. So Halliday was just being kind to people because he loved the people and he wanted the people to have opportunities to grow, to explore, to be in a different environment. So the Oasis' biggest problem for some people was that it was free and people wanted to make money. And you pay for the things inside the Oasis, but with Oasis money, not with real world money. So we'll see what kind of problems the fact that the Oasis was free creates for the people. So you are going to read 64 alone. I'm going to write it in here. Let's see, 64. Okay, 64 alone. Remember to write your important facts so you don't have troubles. Please, doing your assignments later. And I hope that you're having fun. I hope that you're okay. I hope that you enjoyed the day. I hope that you finish your classes and your assignments and that you are copying your notebooks. I hope that you're good. I hope that you're working well. And until tomorrow, bye guys.